Today I would like to show you my process for making trinket journals. I make these for Saltysidewalk's ministry, but these can be used and made for gift tags, for Father's Day, Mother's Day gifts, for whatever, giving to friends, your siblings. So what they are is just it's a miniature journal with a tiny journal as its bookmark. There, so those are just some of the examples that I've done. And I thought, well, why don't I just show you my process of how I make these? Okay, so we have our syllabus. These are our notes for our course. So you need a chunk of cardstock. And what I've chosen for this build is in centimeters, it's 7.5. In inches, you're looking about three. So it's a square. What you will need is 6 to 8 sheets of lined or plain paper. It doesn't matter. So children, you may want to trace around your cardstock each and every sheet and get it the same size. Or as adults who are also watching, we're just going to gather this up . And there we go. So for each and every single square, we need to fold it in half and give it a good crease down. Okay, and you have to do your cardstock. Oop, another piece of paper. Cardstock being a little bit more durable sometimes is a little bit harder, kids, for you to fold in half, okay? But you just work at it and you'll get it just fine. So I like to alternate papers. But you do what you want, okay? There. So we've got a good crease. What I like to do too is something that's got a nice soft piece to it and just crease that down. And I can do the same with this one. Give it a good crease. Okay. That's it. Taking our folded sheets, you need the center. Put into your cardstock. We're going to staple this now. Okay, so we're pressing in here, making sure that that paper sits well against the crease. So taking your booklet, your staple is upright, your booklet is cardstock on top. There's a little indentation in your stapler that will show you where the staple line will be. So you set that up, staple, go down best as you can, staple. Now you could do one in the center, or you could do 1, 2, 3, or you could do the 2. There we go. So you just kind of got to squish it together like that. There we go. Okay, now we have a little bit of trimming to do. go. There. Okay, so we've done the fold and crease each one, staple, and we just finished here. We've just trimmed away. So now we need to take about a 7-inch piece of floss. This is embroidery floss. You need a large hole needle, and you need some beads that will fit on this. So we need to do about 7 inches. We're going to take some of the beads off because I'm not going to need all of them right now. You decide if you're going to use this staple or that staple. So I'm just going to use this top one here. Now very carefully, and please don't poke your finger. Don't put your finger back here and put the needle there, okay? Because yowie, that's not going to be much fun. Okay, so we've got there. Pull it through, and you only need a little bit of thread on this side, or enough for your fingers. If you're little, you might have to use a little bit more, okay? So, and then you tie a knot. And this is fine because we are going to glue this down, so don't worry about this. And there we go. So that's 2 of the little beads. So we'll set this aside for now. And we are going to make the little one, the little bookmark. So this is my template. So I'll place it against here. Children, you can draw a line, okay, with your pencil first if you want to. So before I do anything with this, I'm going to get 3 pieces of paper. Okay, well, I'm just going to, for expedience sake, I'm just going to do that. Do that. And I just cut that just a wee bit bigger. Doesn't matter. Beads are wanting to go away. Okay, so we need 3 sheets of paper. Trimming can always be done, so don't worry if your pages are too big. Or you can tear. Journaling is all about tearing your paper too. Oh my gosh, there's so many different ways that you can do things. So your cover, you'll fold in half. I'm not so fast anymore at this age. I'm sorry, I apologize. Oh my gosh. Lines don't have to line up. It doesn't matter. You're being creative. You're making something. Then, okay, because you alternate colors if you want to. You don't have to. Okay, so press those into each other. See that fold there? Give that a good fold. And here it is on that one. Now I want to show you something about stapling. This is more for the little ones, for the younger people who are watching. Your book needs to be wider than the staple. Because if this book was only about this wide and you went to staple, you'd lose it. There'd be nothing for it to staple to, okay? So watch the width of the little book. Okay, so we'll take the little staple. Okay, don't forget each stapler has a little divot in here that lines up to where the staple is going to be placed. So you put that on your fold mark, staple. Yeah, almost right. Doesn't always work for me either. Okay, and then we just do a little bit of trim. And if you have fancy scissors, you can do fancy scissor trim to, you know, make scallop edges or pinking shears. You just do whatever your little heart desires, okay? So, Now we've got this side. So here's our thread, and we go 1, 2, I chose 3 beads, so there's one hiding. Aha, there it is. Oh, do it right. Okay. So now this, again, don't put your finger behind the needle. So gently try and work it. Sometimes it's stubborn. Not like we are at all, right? So I just want to get this thread here a little bit more. Okay, so under there, bring that under. Now check in your book how long you would like this to be. So this will be the top of your little trinket journal. So you bring your book way down here, and you bring your beads way down because they're a part of this. So would you like it to sit here, about here? You can have it longer. I wouldn't do too much shorter though if I were you. I don't think I would go there. So I would probably put it about here, but that's just me. This is your journey doing these creative things. You do what you want it to do, okay? So I go back through on this one. Whoops. Oh, dear, dear. Oh, I'm so sorry. Keep missing that. There we go. That's it. Got it. So pull that down a little bit. Pull that down. And you want the thread tight, the in and the out thread to be tight. Okay, no little bubbles or boopies in here. Okay, so let's check again. Yep, looks pretty good. Then let's do this. I actually should have done this one the same way. There's so many different ways. Anyway, that's how that one came out. And there we go. So now that you've got it to where it is, and you'd like that to be like this, then you take a little bit of glue. Whoop. Put a little dab here. And you would put a little dab on this one. Like so. What you would do with it now is not put it on anything paper, because glue and paper, right? It'll stick to it. Put it on something that's plastic, because glue, it's not going to stick to this and will come up very easily. Okay, so then you would let this rest at least overnight, if you can. And I know you're going to want to be doing it and in a rush and everything, but try to let it just be, okay? So the other part of this is, for those of you who are of faith and are using this as salty sidewalks, and that was, oh, we have something else we have to do too with it. Okay, just a minute. Barring that. Okay, so we have our booklet, which is resting right now because I've already glued it. So what you need to do with the staple, because it's lifted a little bit, is put it down somewhere and just push gently. See how it's flattened that out? Even with the bead in behind there, don't worry about it. Okay, see how it's flattened it? And you want to do the same thing? Good, this one didn't have it done either. There we go. So you take something hard. Now it can be the end of this if you want, or a glue stick if you need. And you just press that down, because it will lift a little bit. There we go. See, just like that. It will lift a bit because you've put the needle underneath there. So now it's all nice and tucked in and all done. So what I've got these for is for the Saltysidewalk ministry. I use these as just little giveaways. This one was done a little bit different, as you can see. And I've glued from here. I've got a sheet for you. For those of you who are interested in doing this, if not, there's the free part here that you can do to put the word free in when you package it up. So these words, I've put maybe 4 in a booklet. And then I've put the word free. Make sure the word free is in front. There we go. And I leave these in stores as part of Saltysidewalk ministry. Now, for those of you who are not doing that, but you're doing it just for gifts and stuff for friends and tags on gifts and stuff like that, I mean, it's just so perfect. But these are the little bags. This is, I think, is Dollar Store. And this is Dollarama. That's $1.25 for 72. There's 60 in here, and it was probably the same price, $1.25 or something, right? So it's not very expensive to do that. So where did I put my bag? Okay, never mind. I will get another. I'm losing things right here in front of my face. So you take that, and you just take your beautiful little booklet, and that you can hang on a gift, that you can give in a card. You can do anything at all that your little heart desires. And if you're giving it away, then you just cut out this little word here and you make it so you can see it here, and you're done. So if you have any questions at all, I'm not going to put this one under the kids file. I'm going to keep this open to comments. So, parents or other people, Saltysidewalk people, can comment, ask me any questions that you want. Okay, so, also, I just wanted to say, for those of you who don't do the faith-based, what you can do is just do the word free up here on this. And also, you can do things like, I love dancing, I love singing, hockey night in Canada, Flames, Vancouver, Vegas, you know, you can do whatever you want with any kinds of words down here that you want to make your own sheet and give away, stuff like that. I mean, anything that you give to somebody is a blessing anyway, right? So anyway, enjoy. Any questions, comments, please feel free. And these things here that I've got for you are going to be on Google Docs, and you are more than welcome to print or just save or whatever to your own laptop. Okay, well, blessings to everybody. Bye for now.